Because I don't want a cold shower. I don't know about you, but I sure don't want one. Because no one wants a trip to the hospital. Because your wife doesn't want you to leave a mess around, do they? Hey guys, it's that time of year again. It's springtime, so I'm gonna do my annual maintenance that I normally do on my water heater to make sure it stays working and providing hot water, because I don't want a cold shower. I don't know about you, but I sure don't want one. So I'm gonna walk you through the steps of what I do. All right, so step one, really simple. Turn off the water heater. You don't want electric element going on in here, and when you drain all the water out, you'll actually burn up the element, and then your water heater is not going to work anymore. So step one, a couple hours before you're going to start this, turn it off. Don't have gas or electric going. All right, step two, run the hot water after you turn off the hot water heater. Right, that way what that's going to do is that's going to introduce cold water into the tank, so that when you do open it up, it's not going to be scalding hot and you're not going to burn yourself, because no one wants a trip to the hospital. Step three, turn off your water. Because if you don't turn it off, you're going to have water going in as you're trying to flush it out, and that's not going to work either. Step four, I'm going to hook up another hose because I need water for the wand for when I do my clean out. Step five, let's go ahead and open up the water heater. And all it is just a little twisty latch there, and once it's open, you can pull off the whole door. Step six, before I do anything, I'm going to go ahead and just look at it, make sure there's no scorching on any of my wiring here. I'm going to make sure I'm looking at my grommet here to make sure it's sealed up properly, so gas is not going into my compartment here, so it stays on the outside. Just kind of do a general overlook of the front of the water heater and make sure everything looks good. Step seven is I'm going to open up the PTF valve, because what I need to do is relieve the pressure, because we don't want, when I open that drain, for it to shoot out like a rocket at me. And I just leave that cracked open for right now because that's all I need. Step eight is going to pull the drain plug now. And that, because I have a Suburban, is going to be the anode rod, which I'm going to be pulling out. It takes an 1/16" socket and then a ratchet so that I can get in there with an extension and pull that out. It doesn't take much to open it, and once you have it, be careful, because this will shoot. I have 12 gallons, so I've got 12 gallons of water that's going to be coming rushing out at me all at the same time here. So this is my anode rod. It's close to 50% used up. They say you're supposed to replace them at 50%. As you can see at the end here, it's kind of gone, but there's still a lot of meat there. This is what they call a sacrificial rod, because your tank is made out of steel, and all the composites and all the different elements and ores are supposed to attach to this and eat this up, and not eat up your steel tank in your water heater, because that would be bad. So I'm going to go ahead and replace this one. I have a new one here. This is a magnesium one, right? And the way I can tell it's magnesium, one, it says on the box, but also because it's a duller color, right? Here, I get it out of the package so you can see it. Right, so it's magnesium. The other style they have is an aluminum one, which is going to be shinier. If you're having issues with your water heater, you're getting sulfur smells, and you've done everything, try replacing the anode rod with an aluminum one, because that will help take out some of that sulfur smell out of the water for you. All right, step eight is now I'm going to actually take this wand right here and put water in there and flush out the inside of my tank, because there's composites in there and there's just crud in there that I want to make sure I get out of there to make sure my tank is clean and I have full capacity of 12 gallons. So that's all it's doing, is shooting water out at a higher pressure into that hole. Stick it in there and go ahead and turn on the water. As you can see, all the minerals and stuff are starting to come out of here as I'm rinsing this out. those big chunks of stuff. So if you have a lot of deposit build up inside of your tank and you really need it to get cleaned out, what you could do is, in that PTF valve, hook up a little hose in there, put your drain back in, and put with your old anode rod, right? And put in a 3% vinegar mixture in there and let it sit overnight, right? Fill it with about a gallon of vinegar and then the rest with water, and just let it sit in there. And what'll happen is it'll actually eat all that corrosion off and all that buildup on the walls off. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and drain it back out, and then you're gonna rinse it again, just like I'm doing here, and you'll get a lot more of that stuff out of that tank, and you'll get full capacity of your tank. Step 9 is get my new anode rod ready, and basically all that's gonna do is take a little of this Teflon tape, wrap it around the threads so that it has a good seal in there. Step 10, go ahead and stick this back in and thread it in. And this might take a little bit of work because it is a little bit heavier at the end to get those threads to take properly. Step 11, take your ratchet and just snug it back up. Step 12, go ahead and shut that PTF valve back down. And then step 13, let's go ahead and turn the water back on so it fills that hot water tank back up. Make sure there's no leaks there. So step 14 is you're just gonna let it sit and fill up for a little bit, and then we'll go inside and we'll make sure we have water coming out of a hot water side. Once we have that, I'll go ahead and turn the hot water tank back on and make sure I get hot water. It's gonna take a little while for it to heat up, but it'll get there. As you can hear, I have the gas going, but I also turned on the electric side so that I can heat that water a little bit faster. That way, when I go to test it, I make sure it's working good, and I haven't had a shower yet. I want a hot shower. So, anyways, step 15 is to go ahead and put the door back onto the water heater. These little pegs go in these little holes. Step 16, clean up after yourself, because your wife doesn't want you to leave a mess around, do they?
Anything else?
All right, guys, if this type of video was helpful for you, put it down in the comments. Let me know. Maybe I can do some more videos like this to help you guys out. If you like it, please hit that like button, share it with your fellow friends out there. If you're a subscriber, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, right? And remember, guys, get out there and enjoy your adventure.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and liking our channel. Don't forget to click that bell to be notified when we release another crazy video.